All right, welcome back to our study here. We're looking at Genesis 39. Today we're looking at the last several verses here, 19 through 23. And, the last section here can be really summed up by the words we find in verse 21. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor. Love and grace are what God gave to Joseph. This is displayed through Potiphar and the keeper of the prison here. Which you think, okay, wow, it's going to be displayed through an Egyptian captain of the guard of Pharaoh and a jailer. Yep, that's what God does. So here we go. So first we see grace and favor with Potiphar. Now Potiphar is clearly embarrassed and angered by the accusation of his wife. He takes Joseph and puts him in the walled prison where the prisoners of the king were kept. Now, this prison was probably attached to his house. So it's not like he's taking him far away. He's actually putting him in the prison that's attached to his house as captain of the guard. Some of the language here in the Hebrew seems to suggest that's what we're talking about. So, but that's all he does, right? That's all he does. In Psalm 105:18, it says that Joseph's his feet were hurt with fetters. His neck was put in a collar of iron. So in the prison, he was in a collar of iron. He's put in fetters on his feet so he couldn't run away. He is jailed up. Now, he will spend a couple years in prison, we find out. But according to Egyptian law, Potiphar could have given him 1,000 blows, which, think about it, 1,000 blows, that if you survive that, you're pretty well messed up. But, if found guilty, he probably could have received worse. So, just putting him in prison is actually a pretty light, sentence for Joseph. And the fact that he doesn't go to prison just to await his execution is really a grace from Potiphar, according to what Potiphar believed. So many suggest that Potiphar didn't fully believe his wife and her purity. And that is the reason for the leniency, which you can kind of see that as you go through the story. It doesn't specifically tell us that. But if you look at the clues here, we kind of see that Potiphar is not fully sold that his wife is innocent in this whole thing. And he doesn't, fully believe her. You can kind of see that in the next chapter as well, where he acts towards Joseph in a way that doesn't really make any sense if he believes that, he tried to take advantage of his wife. So, but we know the ultimate reason of why Joseph is not murdered here, why he's not executed. It's because of the love and favor of God upon Joseph. That's why. That's why this lenient punishment here. Just put him in prison. Just put the fetters on, put the collar on, put him. He's a prisoner of the state. He's in trouble, but he's not beaten to death or close to death, and he's not executed. So there is grace and favor with God happening right there. Now, he also finds grace and favor with the jailer. So you have Potiphar, who's the captain of the guard, but he has basically like an employee who watches over the prison. And so the jailer here is the one who is over Joseph. Well, because of God's love and favor, not only does Joseph excel as a servant, which he did, and we saw that, and he was blessed through that, but also he excels as a prisoner. He's a model prisoner. And he is so trusted by the jailer that if anything was done in the prison, it was done by Joseph. So if anything needed to be done, Joseph is the one that did it. So the keeper of the prison trusted Joseph so much that he basically transfers a lot of his job over to Joseph. Joseph is the one who's, second in command. Again, now he's second in command of the prison. So even though he's a prisoner, as time goes on and the jailer trusts him, Joseph has befriended the jailer, and now he's like, okay, you can go out if something needed to be done in the jail, something needs to, a prisoner needs to be taken care of or something like that, then Joseph is the one to do it. He's the one in charge. Joseph had the responsibility to go out there and work and to do things. So, amazing. Well, how God blesses him and gives him favor even when he's in jail, even when he's been persecuted by Potiphar's wife. Then God comes along and says, oh, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to bless you. Amazing, right? But that's what God does. And so we'll end here for today, but come back next time and we'll kind of think through these things. What do we learn from this story? We already looked at a few lessons already, so come back and we'll tie everything up.